So I was lucky enough to participate in analyst training last year with James and having Teresa as a support. And before I sat down to make this video, I really sat and reflected on what's changed and shifted for me since completing the training, which this time last year I just started. And what I realized is what I have gained personally from participating in the analyst training is I've cultivated this softness for myself. So it was like aspects of myself that I knew I was, like my heart told me I was, but there was still this resistance to them. But like applying all the things that I learned in analyst training have really supported me to move through the things that were blocking me from feeling more ease and softness towards myself, and more ease and softness in living in a way that feels more aligned with my true nature. And I'm so grateful for semester one and how it's helped me do that. You know, we focused so much on the not self and all the ways that we can be tripping ourselves up, and being able to really hone in on those. The ones that I was specifically drawn to, like for me personally, like the motivation was a huge thing for me, being hope motivation. I spent a lot of time working through a lot of guilt and things like that. So for me personally, the training itself has been so impactful. And then it's really helped me be even more intentional with the way I support my clients and supporting them in embodying their design. Because personally, I don't feel like you can look at your design and be like, oh, this is what my design is, I'm going to be that. I mean, that would be cool, but I think it's our mind doing that. And that's where I found analyst training so helpful, because it really allowed me to look at all the not self parts of my chart and support me with that, and look at all the ways that I wasn't being myself. Not all the ways, because I've still got not self things to work through, but point out a lot of those things and bring them into my awareness. So then I had the capacity to like move through them or start to notice the patterns that were playing out. And that was really, really supportive. The training itself was so informative and filled with such great information. James is such an amazing teacher. I love how he's really direct and clear with how he teaches, but also within that, there's this kindness and supportiveness that like underlines it all. As someone who can be a bit of an overthinker, I really appreciate that. The course was structured so well. The way the content built was really helpful in my own journey as we went through the training. Instead of it being like the first thing that comes up me, like, holy crap, like, where do I even go from here? I feel like the way it built just helped me deepen my own experience with the learning as we went along in a way that wasn't too overwhelming, which was really wonderful. James and Teresa, both such amazing teachers. Having Teresa support me through the training and be there if there were things that I needed to like unpack with someone, or like just giving me extra tips to help when I was like struggling at times with some of the things that I was going through. It was just really beautiful to know that I had her to help and support. It was like the content of this training is so deep and it touches you in such a deep and meaningful way that having the support of Teresa, having the support of James is so helpful. It's not like, here's all this information and we're leaving you high and dry. It's very much, we're going to support you on this journey. And having the added element of like the prompts and contemplations there just allowed me to really deepen my integration of things as we were exploring the different concepts. I am just so grateful that I got to do analyst training. Like I said, it's had such a big impact on my life, also on my relationships, and I really can't recommend it anymore. It's like, it totally changed the way I was connecting with human design, and has just had such a positive impact on my life and then the life of all the people that I work with.